Have you ever wished to accelerate your learning tenfold without relying on textbooks or flashcards? Although it sounds counterintuitive, the CIA has historically utilized these exact methods for agent training, and today I am revealing them to you. Discard those tedious study habits you once knew. CIA operatives can master foreign languages within weeks and memorize classified intelligence in mere moments. Naturally, they possess no supernatural gifts. They simply employ highly effective cognitive hacks that you can implement immediately. Do not worry, you do not require state-of-the-art laboratory facilities or multi-million-dollar budgets for this. All that is necessary is a brain, which I am certain you already possess. Are you prepared to acquire knowledge with the speed of an operative? Welcome to Easy Mode. Let us commence with the primary step, a method for learning while sleeping. Is it believable that you can acquire information while unconscious? There is no need for exertion or rote memorization. Just close your eyes and permit your brain to absorb data like a software update. While it sounds implausible, this is how the Soviet Union trained their agents to learn languages in record time. They utilized a technique known as hypno-learning, leveraging theta brainwaves, the dreamy state between wakefulness and sleep where the mind absorbs information naturally without strain. In this condition, your brain acts like a sponge, ready to soak up any knowledge provided. So how can you utilize this technique? It is simple. Before retiring, play 4 Hz theta wave music on YouTube. While listening, review English vocabulary, mathematical formulas, or any data you wish to retain. As you drift off, your brain will continue processing that information, assisting in retention without conscious effort. Here is a unique cognitive hack. Snap your fingers while studying. This action becomes a signal to trigger a focused state. Later, if you become distracted while browsing social media, a single finger snap will automatically return your brain to learning mode. Sleeping while learning may seem like a shortcut, but it is actually a potent tool anyone can exploit. That is merely the first step. Operatives do not just learn in peaceful settings. They must study amidst chaos. Prepared for the next challenge? 2. Neuropriming, studying within a chaotic environment. Many believe effective learning requires a quiet space, free from interruptions and background noise. However, the truth is, the CIA does not train agents in libraries. They educate them amidst gunfire, sirens, and extreme disorder. Surprisingly, the human brain actually learns more effectively in such conditions. Rather than needing silence for focus, the brain truly needs to train its ability to filter out distractions. If you can study in a crowded coffee shop or a noisy room, you can study anywhere, regardless of how chaotic the surroundings are. When placed in difficult conditions, the brain automatically adapts and develops higher focus, much like a muscle strengthened through heavy lifting. To apply this, start by playing coffee shop sounds or background noise on YouTube. Initially, keep the volume low to acclimate, then increase the noise level daily to boost efficiency. Set an alarm to sound every 7 minutes, creating random interruptions. This forces the brain to get accustomed to studying under unstable conditions, helping you increase concentration even when bothered. You may feel uncomfortable at first, but after a while, the brain learns to ignore distractions automatically. Once you master this method, you will realize that whether you are in a bustling cafe or someone is blasting loud music nearby, you can still focus with the intensity of a real operative. Once you possess the ability to study amidst chaos, nothing can stop you. However, learning involves more than just focus. Operatives have another secret for instant memorization, which relates directly to your 5 senses. Let us explore the next technique. 3. The 5 senses memorization formula. Have you ever smelled a familiar scent and immediately recalled a long-lost memory? Perhaps it was the aroma of cookies reminding you of childhood, or a song playing that transported you back to a past moment. This is not a coincidence. It is how the brain links memories to senses. The CIA has utilized this exact mechanism to help their agents memorize information superlatively. By combining information to be learned with sensory elements like scents, sounds, or colors, you can create memory anchors, making retention easier than ever. One simple way to apply this is by chewing gum with a distinct flavor like cinnamon or mint while studying. Later, when you need to recall that information, simply smell a similar scent and your brain will automatically return you to that previous learning state. To upgrade this technique, assign each study topic a different element. For example, always wear a red shirt when studying English vocabulary, play jazz when doing math, or light a scented candle when reviewing history. When the brain links these elements to lesson content, recalling becomes rapid and natural. The CIA once used this to help agents memorize sensitive information accurately and long-term. They combined scents with critical memories, so a single exposure to the same scent caused the entire dataset to immediately return to the mind. You can also apply this to your studies to elevate your memory to a new level. What about more complex information? To memorize large datasets like long lists or detailed content, agents have another secret. 4. The Memory Palace method, transforming your home into a memory map. Have you ever entered a room and suddenly forgotten why you went in? This occurs because our brains do not just store information, they anchor it to the surrounding space. This is the foundation of one of the most powerful memory techniques ever invented, the Memory Palace. The CIA has used this to help agents memorize vast amounts of information without taking notes. Instead of trying to cram data meaninglessly, they link each piece of information to a familiar location, turning the surrounding space into a vivid memory map. This helps the brain easily retrieve information when required. To apply this, start within your own home. Imagine each spot in the house representing a piece of important knowledge. The mirror in the bedroom could be for remembering the 3 most important tasks of the day. The front door could be linked to a vital math formula. The refrigerator could store a quote you wish to remember. Every time you pass these locations, your brain will automatically trigger the related memory without effort. What makes this method effective is that it leverages the brain's extremely powerful spatial recognition. We might forget a vocabulary list after a few hours, but we remember every corner of our home for decades. By attaching information to a familiar location, the brain views it as a natural part of the environment, aiding faster and more durable retention. This is why world memory masters can memorize hundreds of numbers or dozens of card decks in minutes. If agents can use it to remember classified intelligence, you can use it to study for exams, prepare presentations, or memorize anything important in life. But memorization alone is insufficient. If you want your brain to function like a high-speed machine, you must know how to optimize the learning process. That is the next secret. 5. The 10-minute cycle. Mental download. Do you ever feel that despite spending hours studying, everything evaporates from your head when you need to recall it? This is not because you lack intelligence, but because our brains are not designed to receive information through continuous cramming. In fact, research shows the brain retains information best when learned in short bursts and alternating between various topics. This is the principle behind active interleaving, also known as the 10-minute cycle, a secret used by agents to accelerate information intake. Instead of sitting for hours with a single subject, you only spend 10 minutes on each piece of content, then shift to an entirely different topic for the next 10 minutes. For instance, if you are studying a foreign language, spend 10 minutes on vocabulary, 10 minutes on listening practice, then shift to 10 minutes of writing practice. If preparing for an exam, spend 10 minutes on math, then immediately switch to history, then return to math after a rotation. This method works because it forces the brain to link and compare information between different topics, building stronger connections in memory, much like a gym workout for the mind. Switching between types of knowledge helps you memorize more deeply and flexibly. Furthermore, by limiting each session to 10 minutes, you maximize the brain's natural focus capacity. After this duration, focus levels start to drop, and the brain requires a change to continue working effectively. Switching to a new topic is the way to refresh the brain without a long break. If you apply this correctly, you will feel a distinct difference. Instead of studying exhaustively while remembering nothing, you will find yourself absorbing information faster, retaining it longer, and most importantly, no longer feeling bored while studying. This is why agents can learn at super speed without being overwhelmed. Applying techniques individually is not enough. If you truly want to turn your brain into a high-speed learning machine, you need a comprehensive strategy, a scientific training plan designed to optimize all these techniques. That is the content of the next section, the 4-week SPY-style learning plan. Now that you know the super speed learning techniques used by CIA agents, how do you combine them into a concrete plan? There is no need for guesswork. Below is a 4-week roadmap to help you accelerate your learning, improve memory, and sharpen focus like a true operative. Week 1, programming the brain with hypno-learning. The first week focuses on resetting the brain by leveraging hypno-learning, studying in the theta wave state before sleep. Play 4 Hz theta wave music on YouTube and review important content. This helps your brain absorb knowledge even when you are not actively studying. Additionally, create a trigger signal by snapping your fingers whenever you begin to study, so the brain automatically recognizes the learning period. Week 2, training focus with neuropriming. Once you have programmed your brain for efficient learning, the second week is the time to train focus within a chaotic environment. Whenever you study, play background noise like coffee shop sounds, rain, or instrumental music to increase the difficulty. Set an alarm to go off every 7 minutes to interrupt your study. Then quickly return immediately. This helps the brain adapt to working under pressure, enabling you to study even when surrounded by distractions. Week 3, strengthening memory through the senses. By this week, you will start applying 5 senses memorization techniques. Choose a distinct scent like cinnamon or mint and use it whenever you study a specific topic. When you need to recall information, simply smell that scent again and the memory will be activated immediately. Also, try attaching different colors or sounds to each type of lesson. For example, play classical music when studying math, or wear a red shirt when studying English vocabulary. These sensory signals will help the brain create stronger links, helping you remember faster and longer. Week 4, optimizing learning with the Memory Palace and Mental Download. In the final week, you will combine the Memory Palace and Mental Download for super speed learning. Imagine your home as a memory map and place important information in specific locations. Also, start practicing the 10-minute cycle. Break your study time into short sessions, 10 minutes per topic, and rotate between them. This helps the brain create cross-links between types of knowledge, making retention easier. If you follow this plan, after 4 weeks, you will notice a significant difference. Your memory will be sharper, your focus stronger, and your learning speed will be many times faster than before. The best part is that these techniques not only help you study better, but can also be applied to every area of life, from work and communication to creativity. You have just discovered the SPY's Super Speed Learning System, a powerful toolkit helping you absorb knowledge faster, retain it longer, and focus better without spending hours of hard labor. Imagine that after 1 month of application, you could learn a new language, master a difficult field, or even train your memory to the point of recalling a phone directory after seeing it a few times. Most importantly, you do not need to be a genius to achieve this. You just need to use your brain more intelligently. You now possess all the secrets the CIA once used to train their agents. Remember, power only comes when you actually apply them. So do not just watch and forget. Start today. If you found these tips helpful, leave a comment letting me know which technique you liked best and we'll try immediately. If you wish to continue exploring more powerful cognitive hacking tactics, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss future videos. Thank you for watching to the end. Now, utilize what you have just learned and transform your brain into a high-speed machine. Remember, if the CIA calls you, tell them you have never heard of this video.